Evening, boys.
Evening, Sally.
Welcome to The Chatting, your local pubcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Kirk.
I'm Mark.
And I'm the other Mark. 3 pints, Sally. And what are you having?
Oh, an Aperol Spritz.
Cheers. I'll fetch him over.
Evening, boys.
Evening, Rob.
We all right?
All good, mate, you?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Good.
I'm not. I've got to get some off my chest.
You been on train again? Cleethorpes.
Have you known any
I
potholes?
forgot all about that trade story that weeks ago.
It's a stone at middle of the road.
Yeah.
No, that was the wife. That's
Someone
not me.
dropping paint on your drive?
No, you saw in the ballpoint figure.
Ruined a shave hook.
What are they? No, let me tell you, right. I'm with Sky, right, and I'm out of contract.
For TV or for internet?
Yeah, sorry, for TV. It's TV. I'm out of contract.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay,
Other streaming providers are available.
of course.
Okay, I don't know where this is going, but
Yeah.
I was meant to make a call today to Virgin.
Really, about
Yeah.
about the same
It's
thing.
I've come out of my...
You're out of contract.
When you just basically, you don't know you've come out of contract. You just notice it's gone up by £70
What?
for 1 month.
Hang on a minute. You didn't notice you come out of contract. You're like me, Rob.
Yeah,
I did
I
did
knew.
exactly the same last year.
really.
Yeah, and then I negotiated another deal.
Yeah, well, that's where
Well,
I'm
we
at
shall-
now.
What,
I've
you saw, what, you didn't know and then you saw your bill go up, so you thought I must have been out of contract?
I got a reminder that it would come into an end.
Yeah.
And then you sort of sit on your laurels and you go,
You
it's
got.
come out.
I've not even had a reminder.
I'm going to say, how are you getting a
No,
reminder?
you do. You get a reminder. That
No,
you
no.
I didn't
haven't.
get. I didn't
You
get
not?
one.
No.
I didn't get a reminder, but I knew exactly when I was coming out of contract.
Every month when you get your email telling
Don't
you
get
your
any
next bill's
emails.
due.
Don't get any emails from Sky or Virgin.
Well, I don't get any from Sky because I'm with Virgin.
And we're both.
We both.
And we're both.
I'm with both.
Yeah.
Sky TV,
Sky
TV,
TV,
Virgin
one
for
broadband.
Internet.
Ah,
yeah.
okay, right.
'Cause
Yeah, so
because
it's-
That's the only sensible way to do it. That's
Absolutely.
Why.
It tells you when you... You don't get an email.
No,
you,
from neither.
Well, you're to blame for that.
I normally know that I'm coming out of contract because I do get an email from Sky, but it's not necessarily you coming to the end of your contract. It's this is how much your bill's going up by.
Well, you get that, but every month your bill's coming out and it tells you when your current contract's due
Mine
to
must be going into a junk folder because I've never had an email from him.
He knows because Ellen's told him.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I see you. 1 second, Mark. We'll come back
No,
to you
it's
in a
all
minute.
right.
But actually, there's a fact of it is that, Kirk, right? Virgin has the best internet
It does.
in the UK,
Yes.
and Sky has the best TV packages.
Although apparently, the EE is actually the best internet provider. Apparently,
No.
Apparently,
Can I come back in at
Hold
some
on
point?
1 second.
We'll come back to you.
All right.
So EE has been voted the best internet provider for the past, I think, 2 years or 3 years or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, by
Because-
EE customers.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what we were going to say then.
No, I was going to say, but surely
It's all about you.
Did they have a SIM card in the modems
as a backup. So they use BT OpenReach. So they use BT Open.
How can,
thing.
they can't be the best then, because BT are the worst.
Well, no, because it's still the same cabling. It's still the same cabling that's coming to your house.
Not with Virgin, it's not.
No, Virgin's different.
Yeah, Virgin's
But
completely
all the other
different.
providers use the same infrastructure.
Can I have my
Yeah,
rant?
one
yet?
second.
Just
I
one
need to get
second.
to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
It's smart.
And basically they will pay almost like a rental charge to OpenReach for using their infrastructure.
Apart from Virgin, because they've got their own lines.
Virgin have got their own and
Yeah.
City Fibre and
So
those.
that's why I thought they were. That's why I thought they had the best speeds, because they got their own lines.
Yeah, but so EE at the minute they're offering speeds of up to 1.6 gig.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
are?
EE.
Up to.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But what I'm saying is even Virgin are only offering up to a gig.
Right. Okay. I
So
thought
they're
theirs had
offering
actually gone up.
1.6, and then they've also got.
But that's fibre to the property.
Yes.
That's different. So you're talking about the normal network is they can
Fibre to
you get fibre to
Hello?
yeah, almost like your nearest exchange,
Not
and then
much longer, Mark.
then it would revert to copper. So then
Yeah.
it's bottlenecking. So that's different. Fibre to the property.
fibre to cabinet.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
it.
Fibre to property, you can get ridiculous speeds.
You can.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So Virgin is. I agree with. I'm with Virgin, by the way. I'm quite
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
with Virgin, but I think that EE have kind of overtook them as what's classed as the best internet provider.
Right.
They
And-
offer up to 1.6 gig, and it's got a SIM card in the modem, which means you never lose your. So even if your internet drops, it flicks to the SIM card to give you backup.
I mean, that's quite clever.
Guys, you do
And-
know this is my rant, don't you?
We'll come back to you,
Can I
mate.
come in yet?
We'll come back to you.
Just 1 minute.
What?
You're on dial-up. Just hang on.
And it also comes, the type of modem that it comes with is coverage for your house, and they send you boosters within the package
Okay.
to give you complete coverage. So it's all about complete coverage.
Well, what I also mean is as well is that Virgin, okay, they might have been beaten, but Sky won't be beaten by Virgin on TV packages and their TV system, would they?
Yes. I think this, I mean, he can't even pause or rewind or anything on his TV.
Of course I can.
Yeah,
On Sky Glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference. He's got Sky Glass, I've got a Sky Box.
I've had both. I've had Virgin and Sky, and for me, Sky is head and shoulders.
I agree.
Above Sky, above Virgin.
I agree. But so much that I've got Virgin, the package I've got includes TV. My box is in the loft. I won't even put it in my bedroom.
Sky, just to be clear, because I know what you were saying about Sky Glass. Sky Glass has come on a long way in the last 18 months. So now Sky Glass, they hardly even call it Sky Glass anymore. It's Sky Stream now.
Yeah.
Sky
Oh,
Stream
really?
now,
They've
whatever.
actually come away from Sky Glass.
And
Can I come in yet?
No, shut up. So you're interrupting me.
Okay. I can't wait for my rant.
It's Sky Stream now. So basically, you can pause, you can rewind, you can do all that. But it is just literally
Over the internet.
It doesn't record onto a box or onto a hard drive or anything like that. Everything that you go to watch, you click it and it's pulling it from either BBC iPlayer, ITV player. It's pulling from a streaming service.
So when you
as
pause
opposed
it,
to
you are
recorded.
pausing it on the server that it's been
Yes.
downloaded from
Yes.
live, if
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
So how do you rewind? The same as you would do an iPlayer.
It's all, yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
It's just rewinding on their server than it is on your TV.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, as it's playing and I say pause, it just starts recording onto the box, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, of
And then
course.
you rewind it, rewinds back on the
Which
hard
is
drive.
okay if your internet goes down, it carries on working.
Exactly.
Yes.
I was just about to say the biggest pain in the backside is if you lose internet signal for whatever reason, you
Yeah.
can't watch telly. You can't do anything.
Yeah.
So, who are you with for internet, Mark?
A Sky. I sort of said that about 15 minutes ago. This was my rant.
Is it all right?
No, it's not. I mean,
I'll tell you what, my bill's due is yours.
of course it. Well, listen. Let
Sorry,
me tell
Mark.
you. Let
Go
me tell
for
you
it.
about Sky. Right. So I'm out of contract. I'll start again. I'm out of contract. Right. I went out of contract on 15th of December, ages ago. Right. But it'd been busy, not had time. So I thought, right, need to get around to
You've not had time DJing at night.
No, off Monday to
When
Friday.
Sky's shut.
No, I've been busy. That shows you how busy I am. Shows you how busy I am. So I do everything on online chats. I never phone them because then you've got a paper trail at conversation.
Yeah.
So I go
You
online.
young'uns, you can't communicate properly, can you?
So thank you. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I'm online chatting. Got through to a guy. Right, said, look, I'm out of contract. It's £101.50. My bill is. What can we do about this? Obviously, right, what's your name? Ages. What's your detail? Right, finally get. Oh yeah.
What year were you born? And it takes him about 20 minutes to rewind that clock back. You know, you're
scroll
scrolling
up.
down that thing. No.
He's like, are you sure? It's that a long time ago. So right, and he's like, wrong department. Right, okay. Transfers me through. Waits, blah blah blah. Gets to another department.
Help the
Right.
aged.
So it gets through to help the aged. No, so I'm through to this department. So explaining to them, they're like, yeah, okay. Well, we could do a deal for you. What about £96? How's that sound? Like, what? No, I'm paying 101. 96 is no. I don't want that. Okay, let me put you through to a different department. Okay, right. Already at this point, I've been on this chat for about an hour or so.
An hour?
Yeah, on this chat thing. I know. So this
Wow.
is so putting me through
That's
to a
because
third
that person's got about 20 screens up and chatting with loads of different people.
Well, absolutely, yeah, exactly. So they put me through to retentions. Great. Put me through to retentions. Right, okay, right, we got this deal. What do you want this? You know how they ask you. Do you want movies? Do you like? Yeah, I've got Netflix. Don't want movies. What about sport? No, I don't want sport. I just want what I've got. Right, okay. Right, okay. Finally, through all this, right, they offer me £75 a month. Like, oh, okay, it's not great, but I can deal with that. Better than 101.
Can I just clarify one thing? Sorry.
Of course.
Is this for Sky and internet? TV and internet?
Yes.
Or just TV?
No, so I'm still in contract with my broadband,
yeah.
but I'm out of contract with TV. But this 101 is for both.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And a landline with your little windy phone.
Yeah, and dial up. So I'm like, okay, I can live with £75. I can do that a month. But there's an admin fee of £30. No, I'm not paying that. Well, you've got to pay that. So we're having a 20-minute conversation about it. I'm not paying that. It's ridiculous. I've been with Sky 15 years. I'm a VIP. So he goes, right, go and have a word with your manager. He comes back, right, okay, we've got it down, £10. Right, admin fee. I'm like, oh well, okay, but we'll go
I
down.
100% would have said, no, I told you at the start, I'm not paying it. Go away and get it back to zero.
Well, I thought, well, okay, but then we lost connection.
Oh, they cut you off.
They've wound your clock. They've wound your modem down, haven't they?
So I'm like, by this time I'd run out of time, right? As in, I couldn't go back online and start chatting because I ain't got another hour and a
That
half.
is the phone equivalent of someone going, I can't hear you. Like, you breaking. Oh, have you got bad signal?
Exactly.
That's exactly what they were
So
doing.
like, right, okay. So I've had to drop. So I've only just got around to doing it again. That's again how busy I am. So I've just literally did it the other week. Right, went online again. Right, okay, fine. Went through all that again, through different departments. Right, okay. Spoke to whatever his name were. 75 quid. Oh no, we can't get it as cheap as that. I'm like, hang on a minute.
£96.
Well, they're coming out. They're coming out with stupid stuff like somebody said 92. A different department they put me through to. Best we can do is 88. And then they're saying to me, "Are you going to go for that?" And I'm going, "No, I've got 75. We can't see this 75." I've got screenshots here. So it's all kicking off in the chat. Bearing in mind, I can't speak to them. It's all in a chat thing.
Yeah.
And they're going.
I can just hear Keys getting
I know. You can't
Keys are
type
getting-
fast enough, can you? That's like me on our WhatsApp group trying to get a word in before
Do you
Mark
use
gets the next
emojis
text
as well?
in.
Angry face emoji. Fist.
If I could, you can't put emojis on the chat.
My
but
problem
I
is
would.
I'm typing so fast, just trying to get that message in quick before Mark gets his message in. I press send, look back, and it literally, I've just written it in Indian.
Absolutely. Does
Anna,
not make sense.
It
You were
doesn't make
talking-
any
you were-
sense
Can I have a
whatsoever.
vowel, please, Rob?
Yeah, you were talking about elves the other day. I don't know where that come from.
No, it's
What
on
were
your
you talking
cup.
about?
It's
I
on
know
your
I know
cup.
it's on my cup. I've
Yeah.
seen it.
I don't know what that's about. Anyway, back to my chat. So I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. So I've got a 75. We can't see 75. Puts me through to a different department, through to a girl this time. Right? She says, "Oh yeah, let me just have a look at your notes."
You think it's a girl?
Yeah.
It comes up with a name.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just somebody
Well,
typing on a keyboard.
Well, true, absolutely. I mean, they're all foreign names. I mean, obviously, but I'm like, fine. So, like, she says, "Oh yeah, let me just put on a read your notes." I'm like, right. Bearing in mind it's on my computer, so I'm doing other stuff. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm like, she's been a long time. Anyway, after 30 minutes, she comes back. Right?
You waited 30 minutes.
Well, I didn't wait. That's what I'm saying.
You're sat
I'm
at
just
your
on
computer
I'm sat at
working,
my
aren't you?
computer. I'm not on the. It was just there, and then I got distracted because I'm doing other stuff. And I'm like, she's been a while. It's for 30 minutes. She kept, literally. Bearing in mind, I'm already in a bad mood, type thing, because the last experience a couple of weeks ago and this. She comes back and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I went on a lunch." Wow! And seriously, so an hour, I was like, I'm sorry. Have you just said that you kept me waiting 30 minutes while you went on your lunch? Yeah, yeah, sorry. So where were we? I'm like, forget this renewing contract. I want to talk about this 30 minutes while you put me on hold.
Oh, she didn't realise we were sure on this shit.
I'm like,
I'd have been like, what did you have for lunch? Was it nice?
oh no, I'm
Mark's
like,
going, right then, this is going from 75 to 15 a month, or I'm taking you to court.
right, well, she was having none of this 75 quid. She was like, no. And then she said, "Oh, I found it. I found this 75 quid. Admin charge of 30 quid. I went, "No, we've had this conversation." Right, okay. Right, no, fine. Go and speak to your manager. I can't speak to manager. Right.
They
I can't
finished
get
for
this.
the day.
Not on his lunch.
That's why I had an half an hour break while you were still on call. Or
So,
whatever it
but
were.
at this point, right, she's going, it's 75 quid and a 30 quid admin fee. I'm like, no, you need to put me through to your complaints department. We don't have a complaints department. So, I'm not getting anywhere. So I thought, right, I need to phone. So I phoned them up. I literally phoned them. Spoke to this guy.
Wow.
I know, phoned him up. Spoke to this guy. Explained it to him. He says, I says, "Look, I've been speaking to this girl, 75. He can't even see this 75 quid. He's like, that's best I can do." I said, "Well, put me through to retentions." By this point,
Whoa, hold on. He offered you 75 straight off and said that's the best I can do.
He couldn't find the 75 quid. The best he could do was like 92 or
Right,
something
okay.
like that. And this was what frustrated me, because I'm like, to me, it's just one company, it's Sky.
Yeah.
And he's saying to me, there's different departments. I'm like, I don't care about that. Surely you should have access to all these departments. So anyway, he's like, by this point, he were getting mad with me. Now, when I complain, I don't swear, I don't raise my voice. I'm quite firm, and he's getting mad with me. He's like, you don't understand. I said, no, I understand. I want to speak. I want to speak to your manager because I'm not happy about this. "Oh, you can't speak to my manager." I went, "Well, why not?" "Oh, well, he's busy." And he's like coming out with excuses like, "Well, he's busy." I'm like, "Well, what's he busy doing?" busy doing things. I'm like, are you saying that I can't speak to your manager? And he's going, you're not listening to me. He's talking to me rude. I'm like, how dare you? And then I'm sort of speaking, and then he starts talking over me. I mean, you know, when you literally have an argument with someone and you just sort of raise your voice louder.
Yeah.
And that's what he were doing with me. And I was going, this is ridiculous. And
Did you say to him, next, you're going to F off on your break in a minute, aren't you? And leave me on this phone line.
So it got that bad where I'm like, right, listen, I'm going to cancel. So anyway, a long story short, they weren't prepared to put me through to manager. I wanted to make a complaint. They said, you can't make a complaint. You can't make a complaint. You need to go through a different department. There were no deal. There were no £75 deal. I've missed something out. My apologies. I've completely missed something out. But when that girl came back off her lunch, sorry, this is why I filmed them. When she came back off her lunch, God, I can't remember. I can't believe I've missed this point. When she came back, I went, right, this 75 quid then admin fee. She went, it's £75. That deal's gone up now. And I went, what? So you've been on your lunch, and since you've gone on your lunch, this deal, this £75 is no longer on? She went, no, it's gone up now. It's 80.
Do you know what? I reckon when you ring them up,
so
I bet it's like the stock exchange trading floor. And they're like,
I
how
think
much
it
you
is.
got? 80 quid. Sell. Right, yeah.
It feels like that.
Yeah,
That's. I'm just trying to think why I physically rang them up. It's because she was like, yeah, it's 80. I went, no, you said 75. She went, oh, that deal's gone. I'm like, what do you mean it's gone?
Got to pay
And
for
that's
my dinner.
when I went, right, that's when I'm ringing, and that's when I rang up, and then that's when they were like, we can't even see a 75.
Jesus.
So anyway, a long story short, right, I've ended up cancelling. So I've cancelled.
Good man. Good for you.
Yeah.
Vote with
That's
your
what I've
feet, as they say.
Good for you.
Well done.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've no Sky. I'm just like no TV.
Even at 100 and whatever it were on your top end is way cheaper than what I pay. So.
I was going to
Well,
say.
I actually had a really positive experience with Virgin the other day. And I went the long way around like you would, Mark.
Yeah.
So we moved our living room round, and obviously with Virgin, everything's hardwire, isn't it? So we're moving the router and the TV to the other side of the living room. The incoming box, if you like, on the wall is on the other side of the living room. So I needed a cable to extend to go around. So what do you do? Straight on Amazon. I'll have a look.
Yep.
Virgin Media extension kit, blah blah blah. Yeah, 24 quid. Brilliant. This'll do the job. Gets it. Plums it all in.
Plums it.
Plums it all
Plums
in.
in, okay.
Plums it all in. TV comes straight on. Modem's flashing for a bit. About 5 or 10 minutes. Then it connects, and I thought, great, we're on. Runs a speed check. Bearing in mind, I normally get about 400 meg. 40 meg upload I'm getting, and 40 meg download. I'm like, hang on a minute, why is my download speed same as my upload speed? My upload speed is right, because it's about 10%.
It's like being in America, that.
It's about 10% of what you download is into your upload speed. So I thought, that's right. Why is my download speed so slow? So I tried it on another device. 40 meg. It's not right this. So I disconnected it all, tried it again. Couldn't get it above 40 meg. So I thought, well, it's clearly because this cable that I bought is too long. It's obviously not going to work. So packaged it all up, sends a return off to Amazon. You know, they've sold this thing that it's suitable for what it is, and it's not suitable because, you know,
It's not.
It's throttling my internet. So I thought, I'll ring Virgin up and see how much it is to have this box moved. So I rings up, and lady answers phone. How can I help? So I explained it all. So, that's no problem. Well, we've got two options. We can either send you a cable, or we can send out an engineer. If you send an engineer, there'll be a charge, or you can have a cable for free.
That's you jumping on it too quick.
Yeah,
That.
it's me going too
Instead
quick.
of just
So they
ringing them
sent me
first
the
thing.
proper cable, the Virgin Media cable, all singing, all dancing for
And
nothing.
your speeds are fine.
And speeds are fine.
Yeah.
I paid 24 quid on Amazon for something there.
You've got your 24 quid back though, haven't you, from Amazon?
Oh yeah. That's what I said. So but I went the long way around, like you would, and but Virgin were like, no, we'll sort that out. What length cable do you want?
Well,
Brilliant.
I hope my experience with Virgin tomorrow is as good as that and not like Mark's.
Oh, and well, my last negotiation was equally as positive as well.
I mean, in all fairness, the last time I rang Virgin, I remember it were a good couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I remember it's like I don't know how these systems work, but it's like you make the call and someone goes, it's a guy wanting a deal, and they like must pass it to the friends because next thing my phone's ringing while I'm on the phone, and I'm thinking.
Your phone,
Who's
hang
that?
on. Your phone's ringing whilst you're on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. You get call waiting. You know. Like
right, okay. I thought you were ringing on two calls.
That? No, it's a mobile. I'm like, do you mind just holding a second? Yeah, no problem. Hello. hello, this is the Virgin team looking for an offer. Well, yeah, but I'm on the phone to the guy at the minute making an offer. Oh, well, what price have they given you?
I can honestly say I've never experienced that.
I've never experienced that.
I've not actually got
ringing
to,
them.
I've not got to that point yet, but he's just about to. Well, and he's trying to go. I went, mate, sorry, I am already on the phone, and I've gone through
Is
a
it a
lot of things.
competition? Are they in direct competition with each other?
Well, it gets worse. So I put the phone down, goes back to him. The phone rings again. I went, sorry, just give me one more second.
Hello, Sky.
Yeah, mate, we're Virgin, just Virgin again. Are you looking for another deal? And I was like, do you know what? No. Went off and went, do you know what these calls I'm making are from Virgin? And he didn't sound surprised in the slightest. He went, yeah. And carried on. Like he knows that's what's happening. How mad is that?
I've never experienced that.
I've never
Yeah.
experienced it. Is it must it just a Virgin thing or something?
I've never had it on any other thing other than
weird.
Virgin.
I've never had it with Virgin at all. But what I will say is, when I missed the end of my contract and it shot up by, nearly £100, and I was like, Jesus. I rang them up and it went down by half. And I was like, yep, great, I'll stay with you.
I must admit, because I'm with Virgin for my broadband, and I was on Virgin 250 or something like that. And in all fairness, I wanted higher speeds because I'd got my computer now up in my loft and stuff like that, and I wanted higher speeds for gaming. And but I was out of contract, and it had jumped from £38 a month to £50 a month. I said, well, I'm not paying £50 a month for 250 meg broadband. So Daisy rang them, in all fairness, and Daisy came back to me. She went, right, they weren't willing to come down in price. I'm like, right. However, what they have done is put you on the top package for that money. So what they've done is, I pay £50 a month for 1 gig.
Yeah.
1 gig internet. So, but yeah, I've always enjoyed it. I think Sky and Virgin. So who are you going to go with, Mark?
Well, I'm not going to go with anyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a free
A
sat
DVD
machine.
player.
Free sat machine.
I'm going to go through free sat. So I've researched. I'll just get one of these because
And just get
in
a
fairness,
Sky dish.
I don't watch movies as such, as you guys know. I've still not seen Grease. And that's been out years, so I'll get around to it. So
Of all the films to
I don't watch sport. I mean, look at me. Does it look like this body
No.
does sport?
So what are you going to do for internet?
No, I've still got internet because this is my TV that's out of contract. So I'm only cancelling my Sky TV.
Wow, so you had the contract separately?
Yeah, separate.
Oh, right, okay.
Because that I'm still in contract with my broadband.
So maybe when you do have to deal with your broadband, and that's when they'll try and hook you back in with a broadband and TV deal, and that's where you might get the better deal. When's your internet due?
Oh, well, I only signed up for it last June. That's 2 years. So
I'm going to say, I don't know when you
They
free
know that
sat
when they
if I were
brought
you.
your record up, they've gone, well,
I think
we've
they
got
have.
him here.
I think they have,
Yeah.
I think they've looked at the fact that you've already got a contract with them, so if you leave, it's like, well, they haven't left.
Yeah.
Well,
You're still there.
like I said, I've left my TV, but it's just not my broadband. But it's completely separate.
See, my problem is I actually can't have anyone but Virgin.
Yeah,
Because we've got a BT line and I've hidden it behind a wall, behind a cupboard that I've built. And you can't access it. So I'd have to have BT come out and put a new line in the house.
Why did you do that?
Well, because I genuinely believe that BT is the most shittest internet the world's ever known. And therefore just thought, I'm not having it. And if I got it now, I'd get it fibre to point. I'd have it put into house.
Right.
But the problem is they have to dig your driveway up, don't they? And when you've spent thousands doing your drive, you think...
Who needs to dig your driveway up?
Virgin.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. If you want fibre to point to your house...
Well, I've got fibre to my house, and I only got it fitted last year because that was more of my concern.
All right.
And they did it through a utility type pipe.
Yeah.
thing.
The ducts have to already be in place.
Yeah.
So I presume
the
your
duct-
house is like brand new.
Well, yeah, so the duct goes to about a metre in front of my house where I've dug it out and put fake turf all around it, embedded it in. So it's still there, the grate's there. I've not adjusted anything, but that's as far as it'll go. So when they get it to there, they go, yeah, but we've now got to go underneath there into your house.
Okay,
so they'd have
that's
to dig all that up to get it to that last little bit.
Right.
And I'd be like, you're joking? No, I can't do it. So they'd have to. They could go around drive, but they'd have to dig up tarmac up out of it, drive, and the cost is on you, isn't it? Wherever they do it, it comes back to you. So anyway,
I get it. I mean, that was my concern when we got, because I've always wanted broadband, fibre optic. Is it?
Full fibre.
Full fibre. Thank you, Kirk. But it's never been on our. Well, it's been on our area, but because I'm in a cul-de-sac,
Yeah.
it's like, well, is it worth putting it up that street? So they tend not to bother,
Yeah.
and they've done it. But then my next concern were like, well, do they have to dig the drive up? But
I mean,
one of
the
my
mad-
neighbours had it done, and they didn't. So I thought, well, if his isn't, mine's not.
The mad thing is, when I first moved into the house, I'm going all out here with internet, top package, blah, blah, blah. So back then, I think we paid for 400
Million,
meg,
trillion, billion gig.
broadband, and back that 10 years ago. So that was the top one they did, I think, 10 years ago. And then after a while, I thought, do you know what? I don't know if I'm getting the most out of this. I don't think I need it. So I dropped it to 200. Oh, I didn't see a difference. So I thought, that's a bit weird. So I waited a bit longer. I dropped it to 100. I still didn't see a difference.
You don't
and even to this point, I'm not seeing a difference.
You won't see the difference. The difference comes in when you've got more devices using that connection. That
So the
bandwidth.
fact there's only two of us using it,
Yeah.
it's like
you're not throttling.
Yeah.
I've noticed such a positive difference going from 250 to a gig.
a gig.
But a lot of that, like you say, is down to the fact of there's a lot of stuff in our house.
There's a lot of houses on your street.
Do you know what I
isn't
mean? It's not just that.
No,
just-
it's people. Yeah, it's people connected. It's people connected to your internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is a lot. We've got Sky Glass, 3 Sky Pucks, computers,
iPads,
Yeah, yeah.
phones,
PlayStation,
yeah.
iPads, kids, phones. So I noticed a massive difference.
I mean, so anyway, that's my story about Sky. I mean, 15 years I've been with him. And I had no intention
So
of
you
leaving
win all
him.
mod cons, free sat.
Free sat. I mean, the only things what concerns me, and I know I think you guys have already touched onto it, is Sky's really responsive. You know, when you're moving it around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you know, when you go to like your normal TV and you move around trying to, you know, it's a little bit, it's not great, but it's a little bit sluggish compared to Sky's really. But I don't know how good this free sat box is.
It depends how much you pay for the box.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Well, I bought the best box there is.
Why don't you just get a dodgy stick off Tony who comes in on a Friday? He'll sort you
I
right
don't
out.
know, Tony.
Have you never had one? Do you know about him?
Not
though?
that we're recommending that, listeners.
No, we don't
or
recommend
condone
it.
it in any way, shape,
No.
or form.
No, but it's a serious
Well,
contender.
I wanted to be able to record. I presume you can't record onto these sticks, can
No,
you?
you don't need to. It streams just like Sky.
No, but I don't like streaming.
Oh, right.
I like to record. I'm old school.
not
I
right
like to,
for you, is
so
it?
this free sat box, it's a 2 terabyte. You can record to it just like a Sky.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I've got a rant. Mine is very straightforward. Is it H or H?
H.
As
Now
in,
then.
as in the letter
Now
Yeah.
you're asking.
Is it H or H?
H.
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 But it's not. It's H.
It depends.
I don't agree.
H.
But apparently,
H.
Depends
it
on your
was
accent,
on
surely.
it was on a
If I'm
TV.
spelling my surname, H-I-H. Yeah, it's a H.
Yeah, I said
But
H.
if I'm talking in conversation, I might just go H.
H. Yeah.
H.
Yeah, it depends on
Apparently, the
relaxed I'm being.
correct way of saying that letter is H.
H.
H without the H.
Who says?
Who says this?
I can't remember. It was on TV.
You made it up on
no,
you.
no,
This
no.
is absolutely a Robinson.
100% not made it up.
This is absolutely a Robinson.
100%. It was on, and
Alphabetical
all I
Sesame
know
Street.
is it was really annoying me on TV, and I was going. They were actually talking about it and saying no, it is H, and I can't remember. I've just got the note. All I've put
You were
is
Big Bird, weren't it?
H or H. I made that note because I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah,
and I'm
what
like,
program-
no, it's not.
H.
It's H.
H.
And I'm pretty confident it was on. When I say this, it's absolutely just ruins everything I've said in terms of, oh, well, if it was said on there, but it was something they were watching. It was on Gogglebox. But it was something that they were watching on Gogglebox. I'm
Countdown.
sure it was. I can't remember what it was.
Can't we phone the bloke?
Can I have a H, please? No, you can't. You can have an H.
You can have an H.
Can we phone the bloke up from Steps? He'll know because that's his name. He'll know.
Well, that's it. I
And
call
there's-
him H, not
And then,
H.
then there's that rapper guy who's
H.
called H, but
Yeah,
it's not
he is
H.
called H.
H, but it's spelled AITCH.
Yeah,
Because his
Yeah,
surname
so
would
he-
probably be Aitchison, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
So maybe we should get these on podcast. Can
Yeah,
we
maybe.
sort this out?
H.
He's still.
I'd go
Hold
H.
on. Let me, because I've not even researched it. Let me have a quick search on here. Is it? Hey, you can't even spell it. H.
So you're
Well,
typing into
well,
Google,
hey.
is it the letter H or the letter H? You are, aren't you?
Well, I thought.
and it's just going to come back and it's going, well, that's exactly the same thing what you've just written.
As opposed to just writing, how do you pronounce
The letter H is pronounced AITCH. It's
What?
H. You can't say that,
What
can you?
website's that?
It's AI Overview on
Facebook.
Google.
.com or .co.uk?
Just Google.
No, but is it in America? Because don't forget,
It's AI searching everything from
Yeah.
on.
So it says the letter H.
hey,
The letter H is pronounced H for most English speakers. However, some people pronounce it H. Explanation: the standard pronunciation in England is H.
See,
So there
if
you
I
go.
was spelling my surname, it would be HILL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know there's some listeners going, what are they talking about?
Yeah, but I bet there's other
I'm not convinced we've got any listeners left, to be honest. It's only 6 minutes in, because all we've been talking about is download speeds.
Well, what,
Listen, some people get turned on by
I'll
that.
throw some at it. This is completely random, but it's just with Rob saying that. You know, when you know what an autograph is, don't you? And you know what a signature is.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them?
Yeah.
A signature is something official, an autograph is something that you can give for a personality.
Yes. But if you're signing something, you're going to sign it exactly the same.
I don't.
You'd sign it. You would sign it
You
slightly different.
do autographs.
You do autographs. Have you been practicing for when you get famous?
Yes.
On hey, I'm on Rotherham's #1 podcast. You know.
My autograph is/would be different to my signature.
Oh, right, okay.
Because why would you want to be passing around your formal
Yeah.
signature to?
I can't imagine that Tom Cruise signs.
Well, in case somebody gets hold of your checkbook.
No, you're right, but I guess you're not telling me that everybody who signs a signature signs the autograph differently.
I
think some people would sign the same.
I think when any autographs that I have seen from famous people, they tend to do something a bit arty with it, don't
Yeah.
they?
And normally, famous people, it's not actually the same name.
Yeah, it's a different name.
It's a
innit?
different name.
Well, it's stage name,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
really, they're signing
So
something
Frank
completely
Bruno's
different.
not called Frank.
Maybe not. If he wasn't called that? What would he be
Dave.
called?
That's throwing you a curveball, isn't it?
It has.
Go on then.
No.
Is Frank Bruno,
I think he
Bruno
looks like
still alive?
I think he looks.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he.
fit.
I think he looks like a Barry.
Barry Bruno.
Barry
Yeah,
McGuigan?
Barry Bruno. I think he does look like a Barry.
What if he's actually called Bruno and his surname's Frank?
Yeah, Bruno Frank.
Bruno Frank.
That's quite a good name. In
It
fact,
is,
I
isn't
think you got it wrong way around.
Well, if you're listening, Frank, let us know.
Speaking of internet and stuff, and,
Yeah.
and it got me thinking about cabling, you doing your cabling. I read something the other day that as well as them, do you know about them running cables between, or they either have or they're doing it, they run cables between the UK and America.
Yes.
Through the ocean, bottom of the
Yeah.
ocean, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know there's actual plans to put a tunnel in
Yes.
between UK and USA?
Yes.
I didn't know about that. A tunnel.
It's going to cost £15.6 trillion pounds.
Wow.
Or dollars. I'm not,
And then
I'm
you know
not
what'll
sure.
happen, don't you? We'll do the tunnel, and then Donald Trump will put a wall around it.
But the thing is, right, so go on, Mark.
No, I've sort of seen this on Facebook, but I just thought that's a load of rubbish. But is this something they've been thinking about? And who's
It's
and who's
been
paying for it?
spoken
And
about
what's
apparently
the
for
point?
years, and now it's grown more legs. There's nothing to say that it is actually happening.
It was first talked about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It might be a bit longer now. I forget how quick time goes.
Yeah.
And there
11.
was meant to be an agreement that America would pay half and the UK would pay half. And then it all fell through.
Well, they should be paying more.
Yeah,
They're bigger
there
than
was-
us.
America would get their tunnel halfway, and we go, sorry, we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd decide we're only going to do a mile of it.
Yeah.
But then
Sod the potholes.
So it all kind of fell apart. However, the reason why it's raised its head again is because now there's some private firms that are interested in doing it, and then obviously charging as a toll.
I mean, it's going to be a long tunnel, and I'm not
very
sure.
long.
And
But-
I'm not
but
sure
yeah,
I
I'll
want
tell
to
you
go
what
in
private
it.
Well,
firms
listen.
will be. It'll be Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos, it'll be an Amazon tunnel.
Yeah.
For quicker deliveries.
Absolutely
Bezos.
will. But the stats are, if it goes ahead, I don't know where they've got this number from because it's a very specific number. It'd take you 54 minutes to get from the UK to USA.
Yeah.
Really?
54 minutes. That's the speed. Yeah.
That's the speed.
That's the
Time.
time. But that's how fast it will be going.
Well, it takes
Hang
me
on.
7
What-
hours on a plane,
what
and I'm going like
you're not going
500 miles,
direct.
and I'm going 500 miles an hour.
Yeah, this would be like.
But so many of it is going up so many of that time is coming down, and you're not going direct. You've got to go on flight paths.
But this is
Wow.
But hold on. So when I read this, I was like, hold on a minute.
Is this right? I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, listen,
Okay.
because it gets funny when I looked at how long it took the Channel Tunnel to be made. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it took 6 years to make the Channel Tunnel, and it's 24 miles long. It's 3,400 miles to USA. So working out the maths, it will take 850 years to build.
Wow.
Now, I'm not obviously in today. I said today as if the Channel Tunnel was made 100 years ago. So we're slightly more advanced, but it's not going to. It's not
Yeah,
going
it's
to
not gonna-
radically
yeah,
change that
no.
24 miles from taking 6 years to much difference. So, it
I'm not
can't
sure.
be. It
I
must.
mean, I won't like. You're right, but I'm just thinking. I don't know if I'd want to be in that tunnel. We're under. I mean, listen, I've been in Eurotunnel, fine, but that's much shorter than this tunnel.
Well, the mad thing is when the more and more you read into it, they also can't track with the ocean floor because the ocean floor is somewhat tens of miles
down, yeah.
down. So the pressure and all these other things that they'd have
Exactly.
to build, let alone run it, it would have to float. But not on the surface. It would somehow.
What, like
they'd
a
have to
bouncy
have it
castle?
so it's certain. It would be a
bouncing around.
certain depth under the water so that things can go over the top, but not down because they physically can't go
Wow.
low enough
No,
down.
it'd just implode, wouldn't it?
The engineering of
Yeah.
it just sounds impossible, doesn't it?
yeah,
But I know
Once upon a time, somebody had said landing on the moon were impossible.
Well, someone would have said the Channel Tunnel was impossible, wouldn't they? And
well,
so
it's not going to be built in our lifetime anyway.
No,
We're
It's
never
definitely not going
going
to be built in your lifetime.
What are you saying?
I think there's more chance of a new supersonic jet coming first, commercial airline.
Well, this is the thing, right? I'll never understand why they
I kn-
stopped making
I
jets.
know what you're going to say. Concorde.
Concorde. you mean?
Concorde.
I mean,
Why did they
Concorde.
I
stop
can
the?
tell you if you want.
Oh, well, please
I mean,
do.
well,
Because
cost.
I can't be the
It
only
probably
one.
cost them more to put it up in the bloody sky than what they made
exactly
off
that.
it.
Because they were
Exactly
tiny,
that.
you couldn't get many
You
people.
can't
on
get
a
many.
co-
You couldn't get many people on it.
Yeah.
So
on
it
Concorde.
wasn't commercially viable.
Couldn't they just make it bigger?
A lot of people, but then they didn't have the technology then to be able to reach the speeds that it needed to reach. So like a lot of people are under the impression that Concorde got grounded because of the Air France crash.
Yeah.
But actually, it was already being wound down
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
that, and it was a commercial decision because it was costing them more. So basically,
Yeah.
it was what £4,000 a seat
Yeah,
to travel in
it were-
Concorde.
yeah, it were expensive
Back then.
back
Yeah.
then.
I mean, that might
No,
have been
today.
that might have been returned. But I've got that
Well,
figure
no.
in my head.
Actually, you could have meant in today's money it was 4,000.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then that wouldn't be relative,
Well,
would it?
they've gone off
relevant.
on
Well, it
one.
would be relative.
It would be relative, but it wouldn't be relevant.
They could only they had to charge that amount per ticket because there were limited seats on it. So it was a very high class, very class distinction. It wasn't commercially viable. So, but now when they're looking at planes now, they've got the technology and stuff to be able to do it because what they're looking at doing now is a plane would take off and almost climb vertical. Not quite vertical, obviously, but almost climb vertical and get as high up as possible, like as in 70,000 feet.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Just almost out of Earth's atmosphere.
And then because then what they're saying is because being able to get that high,
Yes,
it'll use less fuel.
yeah.
So therefore,
isn't it?
so therefore, it become more commercially viable.
And scientifically, the higher up you are, does the distance become longer, or does it become?
Oh, it depends if you speak to somebody with a
Because-
tinfoil hat.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely not flat. But I always think
Yeah.
if I'm doing, I don't know, I might
Come on,
be
Rob.
sick.
Oh, come on, Bob. We're
You've
waiting
took-
for this.
You've
We
took the
can't
lid
wait.
off it, Rob. Come
I'm
on.
half
Come
thinking
on.
that if you do 100 miles per hour on the motorway, but then went up
In the
100
sky.
miles,
Yeah.
the mass doesn't matter. It's the hundreds are irrelevant. But if you went up 100, I then thought if you did the same 100 miles, 100 feet, 100 whatever up in the air, it gets faster, or the distance becomes shorter. It can't, can it?
No.
No,
As I'm saying it, I'm thinking it's not that. Is
you
it?
would be going. You'd need less energy to go as fast, but the distance is still the distance.
Yes. Right. Okay.
So you need less forward momentum energy because the friction
The air's thinner,
the
isn't
air's
it?
thinner,
Friction, yeah.
so the air friction is less. So
Right,
therefore, the same amount of energy that would be needed to do it at 1,000 feet
Yeah.
is if you was to do the same kind of energy at
2,000.
75,000 feet,
Yeah.
you would go further
Right. Okay.
using the same amount of energy.
Right.
So
Or you could just turn engines off. If you've gone that high and you just
Yeah, just
freeze
glide.
roll and you get
Glide.
to
Glide.
Glide,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, but I think there's more chance. I think there's a chance of us seeing that in our lifetime.
Sorry, Mark.
What
not
are you
you.
looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Well, with the modern advancements of what SpaceX are doing, and in fact, I only learned yesterday, Jeff Bezos has joined the fold, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Even he's meant to be sending up a rocket. Do you know what? I'm a bit like.
He'll be
I
there
know-
next day
I
on
know.
moon.
I know. I work. I mean, I don't work for the guy now, but
Right.
he did used to own it. I'm a bit like, all right, mate. You started an online bookstore, right? And now you're trying to go to space. I mean, I implore is a, what do you call it?
Endeavours.
Well, yeah, what he's trying to do.
vision.
I'm
Elon
a
Musk
bit
only
like-
started as an app developer, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's a different
He
kettle
did,
of
but
fish.
you're absolutely right. However, when I've I don't know whether I read a book or saw a documentary, one about Elon Musk, and he actually started with the end goal of going to space, and then worked backwards on how he could get there.
All the way back to being 12.
Yeah, I don't know at what point, but basically his end goal was to travel to space, or to have the means of exploring space and stuff like that. So everything that he's done in his life has been trying to get to that goal. Whereas I think with someone
Yeah.
like Jeff Bezos, it's like, well, he's doing it, so I'll do it.
Yeah.
And if you've got that much money and that much power,
Yeah.
what's left?
Well,
Why not,
I
yeah.
thought it was Jeff Bezos that had the intention of wanting to move industry to Mars, or certainly to space.
No, that's Musk,
I
innit?
thought that was Musk.
Was it?
Yeah, because although Jeff Bezos' company ethos has always been
The customers.
Order today and get
the
it by
most
10.
the most customer obsessed company in the universe.
Yeah.
Not the world. It's
Universe.
always been the universe. But
So he needs to get a distribution centre on Mars.
as you were saying, like you said, he's just jumping on the bandwagon. Surely he didn't start with that end goal of going to space.
know.
He created an online bookshop, which is essentially what Amazon was.
Yeah, of course
and
it is,
now
yeah.
it's a lot
In
more
his
than
garage.
that. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from it. What an incredible feat to go from that to what it is now. But whereas Elon, who started Napster, which was his first thing, wasn't it?
eBay.
No.
PayPal.
PayPal.
That's where
Sorry,
he got his
PayPal.
money.
PayPal.
Yeah. Where did I get Napster from?
I-
That's because I watched Social Network not that long ago, and that was someone else that also does something now that we know about. But anyway, PayPal. Yeah. So to say he started with that and now he's where he is.
Yeah.
How the hell did we get from that? And I was going to ask
I don't know,
another question.
but while we're talking about stuff that people won't be interested in, what do we reckon about? Do we think that like when you look at things like Star Trek and stuff like that, like with spaceships and like traveling in space. I'm not necessarily saying living in space. Bear with me on that a minute. But traveling through space, at the kind of when you start talking about being able to travel at light speed and stuff like that, do we think that's a possibility?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll
Light speed.
happen. Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
scientists would disagree. A lot of scientists would say it's impossible to travel at the speed of light.
yeah,
So-
Hang on a second. Travel at speed of light or
Yeah.
travel in space?
Yeah,
Travel at
that's-
the speed of light. So be
Sorry, I
able,
thought you were on about travelling.
You said travelling in space.
Yeah.
No,
Then you threw the
I got
travelling
what he
in-
meant. He meant travelling at the
Of course, I know we can travel in space. What I mean is being able to travel at light speeds to be able to go to different universes
Oh,
or
right.
different.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not so sure about the speed of light.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Because to get to just a different
Galaxy.
Thank you. Just to get to
Galaxy.
a different galaxy, you'd have to be traveling something like 50 times the speed of light, and it'd still take you 20 years or 30 years to get there. So, when you think that the speed of light is, you can go around the Earth eight times in a second if you're traveling at the speed of light.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well,
Because if you could travel at the speed of light, would that not mean that would enable time travel?
Wow.
well, that's the
Well,
argument.
that's
I
the-
dare.
yeah.
I dare say that the possibility of travel of something moving at the speed of light is a distinct possibility. I don't know whether.
As in an object, sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily, carrying a living mass would be possible.
Well,
I
they
think-
got close, didn't they, with the Hadron Collider?
Yeah.
That got
Yeah.
close to the speed of light.
Yeah, I think we'd just
Yeah, the effects it has on our body, you mean? We just go to mush, won't we?
I think so.
We just got
can't-
to mush.
I think. I think it's one thing making something that's capable of travelling, but
Yeah.
carrying something within that
Yeah.
and maintaining its shape.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Well, we'll try it with a cat first, won't we? And it'll just, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. And then they'll go, oh, no, it didn't work with cat. And then we'll put it on back burner and we'll try again in
They should
40
try it
years'
with
time.
peas, shouldn't they? Then they'd
Peas.
just be mushy peas.
But yeah, I think we'll get there eventually. I agree with Mark. I'm not sure about sending an object. What is one thing, but sending a human or a human doing it is something
Human.
else.
It's not a human.
A human. Are we back to
There's
the
a H in it, but it's not. There's no. So you're right. It is human.
Well, no, but that's interesting what you've just said. You said you think we'll get there eventually.
Yes.
As in, so do you think we'll get there eventually or not?
Hey, we might
Yes.
already be there. We might have already been there
we'll
and
get
back.
We'll get,
Don't know, do we?
Well, yeah, because it's similar to what you said earlier about putting a man on the moon. I mean, people way back
That
in
were REM, weren't it?
Good song.
people back in 1910s and 1920s. I mean, 1910s and 1920s when we could we fly then? By the way, when were Wright brothers were flying?
I don't
Well,
know.
that 19
That were 1920s.
20s. So back people saying to people back in 1920s, I know we can't fly yet, but we're going to have a man on the moon in 50 years' time. They're going to go, no, we can't even fly, so there's no chance. So and that's advanced quite quickly. So do I think that we could do that? Then yes, I think it'll.
I honestly
happen.
don't think that'll ever happen.
Why?
I don't know why. I just don't think. I've probably watched too many science documentaries that tell you that
you can't.
it's physically impossible.
I don't know whether to believe you.
Others would agree. Many would agree. But I do think catching up with closer speeds to the speed of light is definitely. What's the highest we can go at the minute? Mach something. Mach 3. I was going to say Mach 4, but I think that's on his Gillette razor.
I'm going to say my razor only does Mach 4.
I've been on a roller coaster that does Mach 3 or 4.
You can go.
Yeah.
You can go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can go. I think is speed of sound Mach 3 or something like that. Speed of sound.
Well, Mark's been on a roller coaster on
Mark's
Mach
gonna research.
3.5.
You've got me sanity checking
I
myself.
think Mark. I don't know for sure, but I think Mark might be confusing G rather than
Me?
Mach.
Sorry,
I'm not confusing
Yeah,
anything.
you're
about
thinking
G.
of G-force.
I'm talking of G. Yeah.
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 So
3 and
yeah.
4 G.
Whereas
I'm thinking Mach 3.
but I think fighter jets can get up to like Mach 4, Mach 5.
Yeah, well,
I think.
I lost count after 3, and that's where I think
Yeah. 5 Gs I've been up to on a roller coaster.
Mach 5.
Mark doing Mach 3 speed of sound on a roller coaster.
I've had a shave with a Mach 3.
I think if you were going on a roller coaster at Mach 3, you might come away with no facial hair or a face.
You'd be just mush.
Mach 3 is approximately 2,300 miles an hour.
So what is speed of sound? So what
roller
Mach is
coaster
speed of
was that?
sound?
What Mach is the speed of sound?
0.2 was
That'd
that.
be Mach 2, wouldn't it?
I thought you were researching it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought you
He's trying to guess it first.
He's going to guess it. I bet I can beat you.
Well, because speed of sound's it's 700 mile an hour.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Well, yeah,
don't-
because planes do it, don't they? So what did I say? Mach 3 were 2,300.
Fighter jets do
So
it.
it's Mach 1 then.
Speed of sound is 343 meters per second.
Miles.
Miles.
No, miles per hour.
But it just says
Goodness.
343 ms.
No, it'll be Mach 1, won't it?
No,
speed
you
of
see, I
sound-
used to think it was Mach 1, and I think I've read somewhere that it's not, and it confused me.
Right, speed of sound is 767 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And what did I say Mach 3 were?
2,200.
Yeah.
So it's Mach 1.
Yeah, fine.
Airplane travelling at the speed of sound is 660 miles per hour. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Well, thereabouts.
Airplane travelling at the speed of sound. It depends on height. Yeah, that's showing height.
So therefore, I think is it the fighter jet? I think can get to speeds of about 2,000. Is it miles an hour? So I think they can pull about Mach 2, Mach 3.
Right. Wow, that's fast.
I'm sure fighter jets.
I hope there's no experts listening to this episode because they're going to go, what are they talking about? They're throwing figures all over the place.
We are just guessing.
We're only a bloody pub. We're not recording a Discovery Channel special. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a thought.
We're not used to being fact checked.
No, but in all fairness, I genuinely do believe that we will quite possibly double that Mach over a good period of years, but I just can't see us getting as fast as the speed of light.
I know. Listen, it all comes down to what happens with fuel and energy resource.
Yeah.
Because the thing that stops planes or whatever it is traveling them kind of speeds is the thrust capacity needed. Therefore, the fuel. Needed.
Therefore,
fuel
the
reserves
distance,
needed. Hence why you've got things like rocket ships, for instance, that set off and then have to discard the fuel tanks and stuff because it's that extra fuel that they need. And at the end of the day, you get to a point where the thing becomes too big because of the fuel that it needs to carry. So
it can't go very far because the distance.
If we can harness nuclear power, then that becomes a completely different
we
story.
have already harnessed that, haven't we, to some degree? We just don't use it.
We
can't discard of it very well.
We have got it. It's just that it's hard. I think it's incredibly hard to work with. If you know what I mean. It's not like we can just put it in a bottle and go, right, that'll do. Because then you have nuclear waste from it.
I did see a video online the other day, and actually I meant to check whether it was real or not. It looked real, but I tend to think that if it was real, then I wouldn't have found out about it on TikTok.
Is it a talking dog?
It weren't Chernobyl, was it? Because that's definitely real.
No, it was a company saying that they'd harnessed renewable nuclear power in like an egg. And you can...
In an egg?
It's an egg shape. It's like
an egg?
In an
How
egg
big's
shape.
this egg? That's a big
free
egg.
range.
Benefit of type is going like...
well, I mean...
And basically it powers your entire house.
Well, it doesn't surprise me in that submarines work off nuclear, don't they?
Yes.
And although submarines are a decent size, they're not that big. And to think that whatever size rod, whatever size thing that is that's operating that, we just make it smaller. That's why I'm a bit like...
Well, that's possibly easier said than done.
Well, I'm sure it is. I'm making it sound like you do it at home with a DIY kit.
Cut it down a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't...
Have you not seen any I Shrunk the Kids?
It's like Concorde, just make it bigger. Just make it smaller, just make it bigger.
If you've got a certain size, it's a rod, isn't it? It's an element of something that they've infused with...
something like that.
With radiation and whatever, just make it smaller. But the question I sometimes think is who would want that? We want it, but what about all the other industries that want you to buy oil, that don't want nuclear, that once you've made it, it never runs out. Once you've created nuclear, your houses would run on that for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And once it's made and sold, who then buy? It's not like after 10 years it'll run out.
You'd have to
but don't you get nuclear waste from nuclear?
You do.
Power. Nuclear.
They do, but they do have a life.
They'd have to charge you like a nuclear tax, where you would you'd be taxed on owning it or having it.
I'm going to say,
do you know when light bulbs were originally invented? They lasted forever. And
Nikolai Tesla.
I know this story.
And the powers that be all came together and gave light bulbs a lifespan to burn out after lifespan, so it could become a commercial commodity.
Yeah.
Well, weren't there some? I mean, I'm probably making this going to sound like, weren't there something to do with cars running on water way back in the day? Somebody invented something where waters could, and that was snuffed out quite quickly.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not making it up. Yeah.
These sort of things. The people that invent them have ways of being disposed of quite quickly, don't they?
Yeah.
Because I've read that story about cars running on water.
Yeah, I mean,
They
I'm talking
actually
a long time
generated,
ago.
didn't they?
I'm talking, 100 years or whatever.
Oh, no. Oh, well, the one I had were 80s. It would.
Well, wait, okay, I'm thinking about way back.
And what about that fella? Jesus, he could walk on it.
And that were thousands of years ago.
That were thousands, yeah. Well, he couldn't even part it. Or is that somebody else? That's Moses, isn't it?
That were one of the best you've ever said, that.
Yeah. That were good, then, one, that Mark. Thanks. Good. But going back to the space thing, though, I think what will probably happen more before that is, I think we'll, it's a word I'm not going to be able to say, colonise. Is that right?
Colonise, yeah.
Colonise.
Well, it depends what you're following it with.
And it's not.
It sounds like you're going in the right direction.
And it's not a particularly hard word to say either, so I don't know why you thought you couldn't.
Because I end up saying cholera. And it's not cholera. That's a
different.
disease.
That's something different.
Colonoscopy.
See, colonise.
That's a pain in the arse.
Yeah,
Now he's back to the ship. Sorry, Mark. What? Have you done your rant yet?
Let me tell you about Sky. No, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll end up colonising other planets. I think.
How?
Because we'll just get on them and live in a bubble. That's what we'll do. But I think we will eventually with time, because this is what's all these rockets that Musk is sending up and NASA. It's all about exploring galaxies.
It is.
And also seeing what because we've got this fascination with Moon, haven't we?
Yeah, but there's no getting away from the fact that we need water to live, and there's no water on the planets that we can get to.
Yeah, but we can make water.
Right?
We just make water.
Can't we just take some bottled water with us?
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is,
Oh, and turn it into wine. Here, where's that Jesus?
Everything points back to him.
Oh, tell you what, he's my favourite mate. If he can do that.
in fact, just take Jesus to Moon with us, we're fine.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they found a little bit of water on Moon, haven't they? Haven't they found a droplet?
They found ice
They found
on
ice
the
or
moon,
something.
haven't they?
I thought that were Mars.
Well,
that they
might
found
be. Is it
out.
Mars?
They found Mars on Moon.
Well, just colonise Mars then. But I think that will happen with time, because both Mars and Moon is massive, and they've only been to certain parts of it. I mean, round the corner there might be a shopping arcade. Who knows? All beside the Moon.
You don't know they're round, don't you?
I 100% believe we'll be living on the moon in 15 years.
15?
15 years.
5? I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet.
One or
I'll
two
take that
people.
bet.
Yeah, one or two people on the moon.
You'd want two, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want one.
No. Just like the space station, just set up in a hub. 100%.
They're taking a
15 years.
PlayStation with.
The rate at which we are changing travel to space now is so quick.
Which, by the way, completely agree with the way that technology is moving on and how much we're starting to think about space more now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even see an Air Force advert now. It doesn't even talk about. It talks about space, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Air Force.
Royal Air Force, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Royal Air Force.
Just Air Force.
I know. I knew there was something missing in it. But the so I totally get with the. I think the thing is when it comes down to the fact of they've got to start thinking, what's it worth? What's the benefit?
Yeah.
What's the benefit?
Well, the benefit for them is to go
No
to the
council
moon.
tax.
Go to the moon, regenerate at the moon, to then go from there to Mars, isn't it? That's
I
the
think so,
progression.
yeah.
They've got to go from there, because to get to Mars from
But
Earth,
they're
there's
almost
something-
doing that with the space station, though. So if they're doing that with the space station, why would they then move to do it on the moon?
I don't know if it was something to do with the.
Kids want to go for a
and
walk.
it's to do with the gravity and the oxygen.
Yeah, it's something to do with the moon that's different. Yeah.
I don't
Something
know.
like that.
I think that if you was to look at a lot of things, like I watch a lot of Brian Cox stuff. I'd love to go and see his live show. By the way,
I would.
I would love to go and see that live show. But when you listen to him now, and you listen to a lot of experts like that, they hardly talk about the moon. It's like the moon's kind of done, dusted, done.
Yeah.
What they're talking about is Mars and
Yeah.
beyond.
Yeah.
You know, what they're talking about is about, how long would it take to get to different galaxies and different solar systems and stuff like that. So I don't think I agree
Could
with
you imagine what a sat nav would look like?
what on
Just
the
be
moon.
like Moon, Mars. Just be like, do I turn left here or what?
In 7,144 days, you'll arrive at your destination. Yeah. That going off every half an hour.
Yeah.
In 7,950.
I tell you something.
What if I don't want a camp sat nav?
They do alternative versions.
That turns right over there, the seas.
There'd still be traffic cones up there, mate. I can guarantee that. There'd
Yeah.
still be
Yeah.
roadworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. Have you ever seen the film Martian? I think I've said this plenty of times on
Is
this
it a
podcast.
comedy?
No. It's a
Oh.
film about a guy getting stranded on Mars and how he would actually live.
Great film.
I dare say,
Matt
it's,
Damon?
yes, it's now in the top.
Do you mean
10.
Interstellar?
No.
No, it's a
Well,
different
Matt
film.
Damon's in that, isn't he?
Oh,
No.
I thought you were talking
Are you
about.
sure?
I'm into a bit of Stella.
Interstellar, yeah.
No, if you're going to watch a film, Mark, watch The Martian. It's absolutely brilliant.
You're
When
wasting your breath.
I think I well, maybe not now. Maybe not
Well,
now. Now
wait,
he's buying a DVD player.
No,
Hold on. Is it American?
Well,
Yes.
He's not interested.
Yeah, but they're all
Is it a film?
Sean
in
Bean's in it.
space?
Is it a film?
Yeah.
What films I'm okay with?
Yeah,
Sean
it's a
Bean's
film.
in it.
Sean Bean's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah. He
right?
plays the flight
He
director.
doesn't chop his head off, does he?
No.
Like every other film.
Right.
Yeah.
How old is the film?
5 years.
Okay.
Longer
Well-
than that.
It's maybe 7.
5 years ago with COVID.
Oh right, maybe 7, 8 years.
Right. Okay. It's called The Martian.
When we went to
Can you imagine Sean Bean? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That's a good
I'm
impression.
telling
That.
thee.
when we went to Cape Canaveral in
Florida.
Florida,
Yeah.
we got to meet some of the. I'm not sure they were astronauts, but there were certainly people high up
Sean
within
Bean
NASA.
were there?
Nope. And what the question I asked, they said, "Yeah, ask us any questions you want if you got any." And I said, "Yeah." What's the most accurate film ever made about space?
Good question. That one.
And there were 3 of them together, all literally at the same time said The Martian.
Really?
And I said, I absolutely
Did they?
love that film. They went, well, it was pretty much the writer of the film.
It's because they said it was 2 hours long and it was 119 minutes.
Don't get it. Do you get it?
no.
Explain.
I'm gonna leave it
Come
to
on.
Fester.
You are?
He said it was the most accurate film about space. They said, yeah.
Ah.
They said it was 2 hours long. It was actually 119 minutes.
I'm with you.
Oh, now I'm with you. Anyway.
Do your Jesus one. That one more
Yeah.
for you. Do that one again. Do that one again.
Rerun that one.
best thing about it, Martian was released 5 years ago. He went to Cape Canaveral 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Have you been to Cape Canaveral?
Had they gone back in time?
Anyway,
What's-
that they said it because they pretty much not helped write it, but they were involved in the writing process when it came to the science behind the film.
So do you think that's the reason why they said it's most accurate?
No,
Because they were part of it.
I must admit, but yeah, I thought that, but no. I read the book afterwards because one of them said, "Have you read the book?" And I said no, and he said, "Read the book, because it's actually
That
there's
came
more-
out 2 years ago.
No, shut up. There's more.
Has he got
depth-
loads of pictures in it?
There's more
No, do
depth
your
in
Jesus
that.
joke again.
There's more depth in it than.
Right, well, I need
Yeah.
to. I mean,
So when he walks on, no, he walks bouncier than that.
Yeah.
I need to watch this. I think I'm a
It
little
is a
bit
good
intrigued.
film.
I'm
It
a
is
bit
a good
intrigued.
Have you not seen it, Mark?
No,
Watch it. It's honestly, it's a good film.
I've watched a few sort of space films, the newer ones.
Yeah.
Gravity,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Interstellar, which
that's
you
probably
talked
the
about.
worst
Yeah.
one.
But I've not
Oh, I
seen
like
Martian.
Gravity.
I thought you were okay, Gravity. You were okay.
But yeah, Martian's very good. It's the only film that I've enjoyed in 4DX. Martian,
Yeah.
because it was the first. It was the
Quite
first film I went to
I've
watch
got a
it,
funny
but it was
feeling we
very-
went to watch
it was
that
very
together.
floating.
I'm going to
Less
say it
jerky.
doesn't jerk about.
Exactly,
It's
it was
just
just
floating
yeah.
around.
very much so. But
Yeah.
like literally, the opening scene is the camera panning across the surface of Mars, and you just feel the seat starting to like.
I think
Glide.
we watched.
a little-
Yeah.
I think we might have watched that together
Maybe
because I remember
about 12 years ago.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
And that woman comes around with a trolley. Do you want some ice cream? What, on Mars? Not bloody ice cream on Mars. It'll melt.
Time at the bar, please.
Anyway, while we're just talking about all random stuff,
Yeah.
I just wanted to. Did that sound just?
You're shoehorn that in there. You're not cutting it out. Carry on.
Yeah, good job I do editing. All seriousness, I just want to take this opportunity just to give our listeners a reminder. Don't forget our website is now live. What's our web address, Mark?
It's www.thechat.in.com.
What about dot? Is there a dot for? Jesus.
Is that?
Do you not know how to read a web address?
Double.
Start again.
Anyway, other Mark, do you want to give us his web address?
I thought you were going to cue me in. Okay. Go on
Yeah. It's www.thechatting.co.uk.
or .com. And don't forget, obviously, you can also purchase our first lot of merchandise out there. For anyone that's already purchased them, guys, thank you so much. We obviously, I'm sure you can tell, we haven't done it to, be earning millions. We've done it just to try and support.
We've not even broke even yet.
But the uptake has been brilliant at first for the mugs, guys. We really appreciate
Hey,
it.
we've sold out of some numbers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
so please, by all means, go on there, have a look, order some merch to support us. That's what it's about. It's about about supporting the podcast. If you really like us and you really want to see us continue, then please.
We
help
really
us
don't
along.
make any money. It is costing us at the minute. So any help is muchly
Yeah,
appreciated.
it's right, isn't it? The amount of people that go, "Hey, how much money are you making on your
I
podcast?"
know.
No, it's costing money.
We've got direct debit set up to keep it alive. Anyway, on that note, should we play a game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Oh, it's spinning. What's it gonna be?
Oh, I'm just so excited.
Come on.
He's nearly there.
The Wheel of Features.
There's nothing to go through from last week, so we shall spin the wheel.
Get it
Ready?
spun.
Here we go. Yay! Shots kick.
Which one?
Back dump.
Yay!
I love it when you say that.
You do. And no, I still ain't got an intro. Sorry, what do we do for this? Intro. Yeah.
Intro.
So yeah, I've got some random facts that might
Brilliant.
sound
I
a bit,
like this.
They might sound made up, but they're not. They're actual facts.
Brilliant.
So, did you know that wombat poop?
Wombat.
Wombat. Oh, wombat.
Poop. Oh, right,
As in
okay.
poo,
Yep.
is cube shaped.
Is it? Cube?
Yeah, it's shaped like a cube.
How big?
What's multiple
I don't
bats
know.
as shapes poo?
What?
Oh.
What's if multiple bats have a poo? What shape's that?
Wombats.
I thought you said one bat. I was like, one bat? Well, what if loads of bats do a
There's
poo?
loads of bats, then you've got loads of cubes.
What if wombat?
Fair
enough.
Duh.
One bat is a singular, isn't it? Bat. But I didn't realise.
Apparently, there's a reason for it. It's so that because they use it to mark the territory, and it's when they mark the territory, so it doesn't roll away.
Oh.
So humans,
Not to be mixed up with cola cubes.
so humans share 60% of their DNA with what?
Bats.
Dolphins.
No. So humans share 60%
Is
of
it-
their DNA with what?
It's not
A frog.
No.
It's not a monkey, is it?
No.
I know this.
Don't sound like it.
I'll show you a dolphin.
It's not.
Mark. A donkey, a horse, a tree, an elephant, a
Is it,
giraffe.
is
I know this.
Is it someone we'll know?
Yes, you know it. Yeah.
Right, no, but is it? You're not
Well,
going to say something
are
like.
we 80% water?
You're not going to say chicken or something, are you?
Is it going to be? It's going to be something that.
Oh, yeah. Is it? It's a sea. It's a sea animal, isn't it?
No.
I'm sure I know
I'm gonna
this.
say-
I'm sure I know this.
It's going to be a plant or a fruit of some sort.
Okay.
It's always getting closer.
A banana.
Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
banana.
Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas.
Well,
Well, that just shows you
And
that
they
DNA
share
can't
the
be
other-
accurate.
They share the other 40% with bats.
So a day on Venus, we've been talking about space today.
Yeah.
So a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus.
What?
a day on Venus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it takes
I can't get my head around that.
Venus about 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis.
Yeah.
So that's a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it only takes 225 Earth days to complete an orbit around the sun.
Ah.
So a year is shorter than a day.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
Wombat.
so we all know what a sloth is.
Yes.
Yeah, so a
Just
sloth.
the one.
Just the one
Just the
sloth.
one.
Well, I'm guessing all of them, to be honest, with this fact.
Oh, Rob, this is infant season, this.
How long can they hold their breaths for?
I think I know that. I think it's a long time.
Okay.
It's a long time.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
how
it
long.
wouldn't be.
but-
It wouldn't be a fact if it were going to be like a second.
I know this. I know this. A long time.
I'm going to have a guess at 20 minutes.
no, I mean,
it's-
when I say a long time, I mean
So just to give you some sort of something to measure it against, a dolphin can hold its breath for 15 minutes. So a dolphin, a water creature that holds its breath underwater, can hold its breath for 15 minutes.
Is a sloth underwater?
I think it's a long time. I think it's something like about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to say an hour.
Okay.
Mark's
He's
gonna-
already said this.
I've already.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
What
For-
you-
it's 40 minutes. So obviously the fact is
you're close.
sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Tigers have striped skin.
Right.
No shit, Sherlock.
Well, yeah, you think
Do they-
that.
do
you think
they-
that,
do they
but
square poo?
No, actually think about it. A lot of people would say that tigers have got striped fur.
Yeah.
They haven't. They've got striped skin.
And they've got see-through fur.
So the distinctive stripes on a tiger's fur are also present on their skin, meaning that if you were to shave a tiger, it'd still have its stripes.
Hey, did you know that polar bears are actually black?
Yes, and their fur's white.
There we go.
Oh.
And the last one.
Hang on a minute. Are you doing facts now? What? Are you
No,
coming in on his
when
feature?
When he said that, I
I'm still
thought,
getting it. Can I just check? When that other one, did you say an elephant has stripes?
What are you? What
Why?
planet are you
Why would I
on?
say that?
He said one bat.
one bat.
One bat.
You said an elephant has stripes.
No.
Tiger.
A tiger.
Right. I seriously heard elephant.
Yeah, and then so it's not just an elephant's fur that's striped.
No, wait.
Well, when I
listen,
listen back to an edit, if I did say
either.
elephant, I'm changing it.
I'm sat here going.
No, we definitely
there
said
was a
tiger.
silence.
I did
that
that.
was-
I definitely
How many
said tiger,
furry
didn't I?
elephants have you ever
There
seen?
was a silence, and that's why. Because I was going.
If you would,
Did he just say that
if
right?
you
Or
would have
did-
said elephant, we would have gone elephant.
I literally visually saw an elephant as he said it, and thinking,
You would have.
how did an elephant? I'm thinking.
So,
what?
last one.
Can I have a look? Has your mum still got any of your drawings from school? Yeah. An elephant.
No, they're still at the
There's
clinic.
an elephant eating an antelope.
Those pictures are still at the clinic.
So last one. There are more fake flamingos in the world than real ones.
Really?
When you said fake, are they,
Plastic ones.
Yeah, because
Like
they
plastic fake ones.
put them in waters, don't they, to scare away certain
I
other
thought
birds.
when you said
stripy ones.
And bats.
when you said fake, I thought there were other animals dressing up as flamingos and pretending to
Where are
be
you going
flamingos.
to? I'm at the fancy dress.
Apparently, estimates suggest that there are over 20 million plastic flamingos.
You know what it
that
is,
exist.
don't you? Now, I'll tell you what it is. It's turkeys at Christmas. They get dressed up as flamingos. You're not getting me.
And on that note,
Absolutely.
it's
See
been a pleasure.
See you, boys.
See you,
Bye-bye.
boys.
Thank you for your continued support with our independent podcast. Did you know that you can interact with us and other listeners on Facebook, on the Chat In Tap Room Facebook group? You can also get in touch via email, innthechat@gmail.com, and of course on any of our socials. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.